Hey, you're here with Ben, and it's cold, it's grey, just a typical German winter day, honestly. And do you know what that means? Of course you do, you read the title. We're going to be talking about the much anticipated German Christmas markets. Today, we're surveying the biggest 3 in Munich, so you can get kind of the gist of what they have to offer. That's not the only content we can mine from this event though, so please do subscribe and stick around to the conclusion where we'll discuss what other videos we have in the pipeline. They involve food recommendations, though today, as I mentioned, we're tackling the big 3, which are going to be the Christkindlmarkt in the heart of the Altstadt city centre, the Chinesische Turm up in the English Garden, and last but not least, the Tollwood Winter Festival over in the Oktoberfest grounds. It's a pretty busy day, so no time to waste. Let's get going. Munich's pedestrian-friendly Altstadt is the perfect place for a market, and though it is of course the more generic of the markets around here, I'd be surprised if you could avoid it. Consider it your meat and potatoes. You see, the classic market simply cannot be contained within the central square of Marienplatz. No, the Christkindlmarkt spills out all the way down Neuhauser Straße, from the Karlstor to the Isar Tor, and even from Marienplatz down to Sendlinger Tor. Karlsplatz is the natural embarkation point though, as it's located just a 5-minute walk away from the Hauptbahnhof. When you get here, you're going to be immediately greeted by the excellent pop-up ice rink, where I'm standing now. And from here, we're going to venture east into the heart of the city to explore the market to its fullest. But actually, I'm going to chill around here for just a moment to watch the ice skaters, get a snack, and most importantly, the first drink of the day. Let's have some background on these markets while we make our way down Neuhauser Straße. It's no secret, Germans are known worldwide for going all out for Christmas, and one look around gives you all the anecdotal evidence that you're going to need to believe it. As Advent begins, shacks, booths, and ice rinks begin popping up all over towns, cities, and villages. Nowhere is safe from the Christmas construction crews, who work incredibly hard, as putting all these markets together is no easy task. With open construction starting a full month prior to opening day, which for most markets is the last week of November. So it's not strange to see fences and foundation prep work spilling all the way into October, which we just had a fest for. Then they stay open running through to Christmas Eve, deconstruction and general teardown actually starting at noon on the 24th. It's really weird to be out here when it's over, because it feels like someone just blows a whistle with no overtime, turns the house lights on, and it's all over. Everything shuts down. Now, here we are at the center of the Christkindlmarkt, in the beautiful Marienplatz, just under the Neues Rathaus. Often confused for a church, it's actually one of the main government buildings. Pro tip for you, the Rathaus has a courtyard which the market spills into. You're definitely going to want to check it out, it's really cool. Overall, this square is a great place for you to get the bulk of your shopping done and bask under the beautiful Munich Christmas tree. What's great about Marienplatz is that besides being completely unavoidable, it offers the most classical wares of any of the markets. If you're looking for the quintessential experience, this is where you're gonna get it. And if you're lucky, you might show up as an umpire band roams through. Feeling satiated? Because we're only 2 drinks in and 1 out of 3 markets down. Now, with the meat and potatoes out of the way, we can actually get out and explore the gravy and the stuffing. And there is no better place for that than the Chinesische Turm up in the English Garden, more easily stated as the Chinese Tower Beer Garden. Now, conveniently, you can actually just take the U-Bahn to Gesellestrasse right from here in Marienplatz. This is super easy. And from there, it's just a walk in the park. Let's go. Now, before I grab drink number 3, how about I give you some context? This market is held in and around the historic Chinese Tower, a thriving beer garden catering to locals and tourists alike, to be honest with you. But during December, it transforms into a family-friendly Christmas market wonderland. Now don't worry, there's still plenty of beer, mulled wine, and even some hard liquor. That sort of thing's perfectly family-friendly around here. So what I do mean is that it's full of several child-friendly or perhaps tipsy adult-friendly activities, such as curling, the carousel, the play park, Omar and Opal's story time, and also the Omar and Opal's workshop. It's easily one of my favourite markets and arguably the most beautiful if you come here at the right time, especially after a fresh snow. The other great thing about it is it just doesn't get nearly as busy as the other markets, to say that we're pretty close to the Altstadt itself. Let's go get around, shall we? Okay, so yet again, the Chinese tower has not disappointed. I had a fantastic time. Now, I don't really expect you to do these things back to back to back. You might just get a bit too cold for that. So I think now is a perfect time to take a rest, head indoors, hotel, restaurant, you do you. And then I'll meet you tonight for Tollwood. You see, we might have saved a little bit of the best for last. Tollwood might easily be my favorite. Now, if I was to recommend that you go to one of these markets at night, it's gonna be Tollwood. Obviously, each of these markets is elevated with snow and the evening, but the Tollwood has the best vibes for it. Not to get ahead of ourselves though, I'll tell you more about that when you meet me tonight in Theresienwiese U-Bahn station, where we'll go to Tollwood. See you there. I hope you're well rested. I know I am. The markets we hit up earlier today were definitely a bit more on the traditional side, and so that's why we've saved this one for last. I thought it would be pretty cool to have something a bit different, a bit more edgy. Now, as you know, and hopefully you might recognize it, we're currently in Theresienwiese, which is where they hold Oktoberfest. For December, however, it's transformed into a complete winter wonderland, with a big focus on cultural activities, economic sustainability, musical productions, and in general, that hipster vibe. As a result, this isn't your Omar's Christmas market. In addition to the expected German staples, the food tents offer a significantly more international fare, with the vendors not just selling nutcrackers, but quirky and offbeat products too. This is a great place to get your singing bowl and incense, along with your fair trade organic coffee beans, if you know what I mean. In addition to the international vibes, Tollwood offers a lot of musical and theatrical productions, so definitely check the schedule to see if it can line up with when you're going to be here. All things considered, this market has a significantly more energetic and young vibe, hence why we've saved it for the evening. So without further ado, let's go check it out, and then I'll meet you back at home for the conclusion.
Hey everybody, we're back at our apartment after exploring the Christmas markets that you just got to see. I'm really excited because it's the Christmas season. We've got the Advent markets and the winter festivals, and we just showed you 3 of the biggest ones in Munich. Now, we didn't show those to you because they're maybe our favorites or have the best food or the most entertaining. They're great, but that's not the reason we showed them. We showed them because it's really good to represent sort of the context of what's going on in Germany in December and what's going on in Munich in December. So we have a lot of other content that's going to delve out into some of the more local aspects of what's going on in Munich during December, and I'm really, really excited for it. So Ben, do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we're going to try to make as many videos as we can. It's difficult because it's only a month, so we're going to do our best. This one, as you said, was a really good way to get a baseline because they're going to take the Christkindlmarkt and everything else we're going to show you is going to tweak that in some way. So now that we're all on the same page, we can really have a lot of fun. And it's going to break down into about 3 more videos. The first one's going to be the Krampuslauf, which is Santa Claus's goat-demon hybrid best friend as he attempts to run through the town stealing children. It's going to be a short video, but it should be a lot of fun. It's a really wacky parade with everyone kind of making their own costumes. We'll talk more about that later. After that, we're going to delve into the locals market. Reasoning because I love these. The ones we showed you were fun. I'm going to go to them a few more times. But was I really, really excited? Nah, because I've got my favorites to go to. So I want to share those with you so that you can do them as well. And then lastly, it just wouldn't be right to do this season if we didn't have a food video. But more than just going through, oh, have this, oh, have that, I want to show you my favorites, Camille's favorites, but most importantly, where to get them. Because the quality can really vary wildly. And so you'll be able to get these staples like Glühwein, Feuerzangenbowle, and all that stuff at the different markets, but some are going to have better than other. And it's really hard to figure that out until you've spent, 50 euros on Glühwein. So we're going to share that experience with you, so please do stick around. Hopefully those videos hopefully you want to watch them.
Yeah, and so with that being said, we are a really small channel, so It helps if you do all that, like, comment, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, especially if you're interested in these Christmas videos.
Yeah, please do stick around. If it's helpful, share it, with your friends, let them know. Share it with people you know going to Germany, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.